Hi, I'm Owen Jeffries.
And I am Nick Verban, and today we will be making cheesy fries.
These fries go good with almost any dinner. You can use them with appetizers. They're great. I like them.
So the cheesy fries are made with a combination of cheeses, spices, butter, and mainly potato wedges, and they are absolutely delicious.
Oh, yeah.
So
first off, you're going to want to sterilize your hands. Just wash them.
So we've already done this, but if you're making these at home, you're going to want to do this. So after you've done this, your first step is to preheat the oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit or 175 degrees Celsius.
After you've done that, what you're going to do is spray your pan that you're going to put the wedges in with non-stick grease so your potatoes won't stick to the pan. I'm going to do that right now. Nice. Now they're going to stick to the pan. So.
Alright.
Anyways.
So after you've done this, you're gonna want to wash all your potatoes that you have. So you're gonna be using 6 to 8 potatoes and this will serve 4 to 6 people. So Owen will wash the potatoes right now. So you're just gonna want to wash the potatoes with a small running stream, not hot water, just basic lukewarm or cold water, and that should serve the purpose.
They should look like this at the end.
Do not peel the skin, it works very well. So
that's the best part.
After this, you're going to want to cut all the potatoes. So for larger ones, you're going to want to cut them into like 5 wedges, or for smaller ones, cut them into like 4 wedges.
Yeah, this is, for example, probably a small one. This is a pretty big one right here, these two.
Alright, so let's get doing that.
Here we go.
You can cut as well.
I'll do it as well. This is a pretty foreign potato here.
Right, so all these potatoes that we are using are white potatoes, but you can use any kind of potato that you want.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, here we go. Put nothing there. Alright. So, potatoes almost cut. These are organic potatoes, by the way. So you can buy them at the store. I'm sure you know that. So, yeah, just stand and break your potatoes.
Any kind of potatoes will work perfectly fine for this recipe. This recipe is pretty, you can improvise in a lot of things and do pretty much whatever you want. To some extent, at least.
Yeah. Oh, those taste good, little spices. Alright, it looks like we're all done slicing. So, after that.
So, now what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take 1 tablespoon of butter or margarine and empty it into a microwavable bowl.
Yeah, there we go.
So when you've done it can be 1 tablespoon, but it doesn't have to be overly precise. You can just do a normal spoon like this.
Yeah.
So then you're gonna want, with this, you're gonna want to take all of your, you're gonna want to divide your
into 3 groups.
Potatoes into 3 groups.
This is so that the capacity of the butter it wouldn't be able to cover all the potatoes in the one bowl. So you want to divide into 3, so all your potatoes get equally buttered in the microwave. So Nick's gonna put in the first batch now.
So we're gonna do. So we're going to ready all this. So after you've done your first group, and you're going to want to do the exact same thing. You're going to want to empty all of these wedges into the greased pan, lay them flat on their side, and then you're going to want to put another spoon of butter in here, and your second group, and repeat this until all 3 groups are into this. So I'm going to put this in the microwave.
Yep.
For 30 seconds, you want to put this in the microwave, and that should be good. Oh, and make sure that there's a lid on it.
An alternative way to this recipe is you can also do the butter and the potatoes separately. Instead of mixing them together in the microwave, you just do the butter first. So
first, you just have to put a tablespoon of butter, or just a regular spoon, into this bowl. Into the microwavable bowl, and it's the same thing that you could have used earlier. So, just put a lid on top of it, and put it in the microwave for 30 seconds. So, this is pretty much the same thing as what you were doing the last time. So, after this, you're just going to do the exact same thing, and when the butter's melted, except the variation of when the butter's melted, you put in the potato wedges afterwards, so you get a more melted butter. This doesn't really matter because the melted, because the butter that isn't completely melted will melt anyway in the oven as well.
This just gives it, just makes the originally, just makes the butter on the toast look a little more chunky, when in reality it'll all melt in the oven. Alright, there comes our butter. So this is our third section of potatoes. We already finished the first and second, so we're going to put these in the melted butter. This is what it looks like. This is what it looks like. So you can see it. There we go. Now, let's put the potatoes in. Alright. Alright, now the potatoes in, we can most of them around. Perfect, perfect. There we go. Now yeah, and we're almost ready to put the spices on.
So then just put them into this pan. And if they run out of space in the pan, it can overlap. This is perfectly fine.
Yeah.
So they will all cook anyway in the oven.
Yeah, see, we have some stacked here, we have some over top of each other. It's not that the ingredients run down or anything. Here we have a sample. You can see.
Right.
There we go.
Now you're going to get ready to cook the spices.
Yeah.
So here we have.
This is seasoned salt. We're gonna put that on, and we're gonna put these all in just a standard.
So this is half a teaspoon of seasoned salt.
Here's going in half a teaspoon of paprika. It's very colorful spice.
Half a teaspoon
of garlic powder. There we go. And we're gonna throw in a full quarter cup of Parmesan cheese. That smells great. There we go.
So when you're done this,
good.
Take a fork or whatever, or a spoon or whatever, and just mix it all to get all the spices evenly mixed in here.
There we go.
So when this is done, you should have
nice
a wonderful
tan
spice.
There we go.
No, it's pretty good.
We'll see Parmesan. Paprika smells a lot too though. So next what we're going to do with this is
you're going to have, so next what you have to do is you're just going to evenly spread this all across all of the wedges. Make sure it's even so that you don't get large spills. So make sure it's very even, all nice across all of the potato wedges.
Don't be upset if you spill a whole bunch in one section. You can always just take a spoon there and sprinkle it over the rest. It's a very kind of not precise recipe, so you can improvise a lot as you go along.
So this will taste really good afterwards.
Yeah, let's show the camera. There you go.
So again, I had a little spill in one spot, but this can even out eventually, and everything will end up working anyway.
Here we go.
So
nice.
Now you have this. We're going to put this in the oven and leave it for half an hour. And when that half an hour is done,
we're going to take it out. We're going to stir them around just so they don't get stuck to the pan and don't get stay in one spot. Here's the oven.
Make sure you wear oven mitts.
Make sure you wear oven mitts while you put them in. Yeah. You don't want to throw the big burn. We'll be able to finish the recipe. You have to go to the hospital.
Alright, so when this is done, then after half an hour, take them out and stir them up. Just make sure that they don't stick. And then after another half an hour, take them out and enjoy.
Yeah.
So
we'll come back to that.
We'll come back to the end.
In an hour. Hi, I'm Owen Jeffries and we're back.
Alright, so now it's been about half an hour since we put the potatoes in the oven. So now we're going to take them out and we're going to stir them up so that they stay nice and fresh and don't stick to the bottom of the pan.
Yeah,
so Owen, if you
we're going to take them out right now. It's been 25 minutes, half an hour, like you should. Oh, those are looking really crispy cheesy. Wow. Simmering.
So
here you go. Very hot looking. Let's put them on the cutting board. So here you go.
Now you just want
looking really cheesy. It's great.
Mix
they
them
turn
all
orange.
So now you want to mix them all together.
Yeah.
And I'm not wearing nothing. So
now here we go.
They're turning a nice shade of orange.
Oh yeah, it smells
great.
All the Parmesan really gets in, but the garlic powder especially gets in too. It smells like garlicky, cheesy.
So all the spices are coming together very nicely. It's not, some parts will be, you'll notice, are a little bit black, you could say, but this is fine. This is just,
it's just crispy.
It's crispy, yeah.
The skin naturally does it after a while. It's not black, just crispy.
So, and don't worry if there's not too much stuff on or topping on some of the potatoes, because it'll absorb the flavor anyway. Yeah, so now that these are all mixed together and stirred.
Well, Nick's going to open the oven for me. And I'm going to put these in.
Now, they shall go back in.
There we go. Alright, bye-bye. Good half an hour.
Alright, so after this, now we can just do it in we now just take it out and eat, and they'll be ready to eat in another half an hour.
Yeah, sounds good. Hi, this is Owen, and we're back. Alright.
So now our potatoes are just about ready, so we'll take them out of the oven and then we'll try them and hopefully they'll be pretty good.
Oh yeah, oh you're done.
Now we'll shut off the oven.
There you go, yeah, we don't want a fire starter. So, let's put them here for now. Get the spatula out of the way.
So, and these look actually delicious.
Hold them up for us, Nick. They're too hot.
I'm not wearing oven glove.
Oh, okay.
Oven, the oven glove.
I will hold them up. Da-da-da, da-da-da, here.
So,
Fork one, sure. So it doesn't matter.
I'm not sure how hot they will be.
Alright. But it's pretty hot.
It tastes good.
It's good, yeah. Yeah.
Very hot. They're very hot, so
here,
I don't
show,
think you should taste one yet.
Show that one up. There we go. There it is. Don't it look satisfying? Yeah, not burnt. They're just perfect. The cheese is.
Now it may
nice
look a
and
little
crispy.
burnt, but that's just the crispiness and the melting in of all of the Parmesan when it
And
gets
spices,
more brown. And all of the spices, it smells very delicious. So
How long's the cooling time, Nick?
now I think it should be cool for about 15 minutes, and then that should be good, and then they'll be ready to eat or serve or whatever you want to do. So
Sounds good.
that's good. Thank you for joining us. We hope you had a good time. We did. And thank you.